is the 26-year-old icon, Shawn Schultz. And I am the very best professional wrestler alive today. And you can catch me right here on NWA Main Event Wrestling. And it's coming at you now.
Hello, wrestling fans. Thank you for joining us for a very exciting hour of professional wrestling. It's NWA Main Event Wrestling from Nashville, Tennessee, on the air Comcast Channel 74. Jason James and the Maestro Scott Berry coming at you from ringside.
Jason, it's great to be back presenting another great NWA show to the fans of Nashville. And here we are at the NWA studios watching right now tag team action as Standard Wrestling Guy and Adam Roberts take on the team of Mike Posey and Christian Hayme.
Mike Posey making his return. We saw him here last week on television. Christian Hayme back as well. But first we want to thank the fans that came out to NWA Main Event Wrestling last night in Portland, Tennessee, featuring one half of the Rock and Roll Express, Ricky Morton. Scott, over 200 people came to see Ricky Morton last night in Portland.
And they were loud, they were proud, and they loved to see the Rock and Roll Express. Ricky Morton himself coming, taking on Shawn Schultz. Unfortunately, Shawn was able to weasel his way into another victory, still holding on to that television title. But folks, tonight, Jason, tell them a little bit more about tonight.
Well, if you missed your shot to see Ricky Morton last night, you can see him tonight at the Cannon County Community Center in Woodbury, Tennessee. Bell time 8 p.m. Get this, Scott. Ricky Morton unsuccessful last night against Shawn Schultz for the television championship. Does battle with the crippler Jeff Daniels for the Mid-America Heavyweight Championship.
And you know what, Ricky?
I'm so excited I can't even speak.
How can you not be excited? This is one of the biggest matches we've had in NWA main event history. As you see Christian Hayme flying in on the tag there. One of the biggest matches we've had in NWA history, Jason. The NWA Mid-America Heavyweight title could go home around the waist of none other than Ricky Morton.
What an exciting night that would be if Ricky Morton were to capture the Mid-America Heavyweight Championship. That all happens tonight in Woodbury. Get your tickets now.
And you know what, Jason? Speaking of Shawn Schultz, on today's program, he's issued an open challenge to anybody in the area, in the region, anybody in the world to take him on for his NWA Mid-America Television Championship. It could be anybody, Jason.
It very well could be anybody. Tagged now to the Standard Wrestling Guy. And Scott, how do you think these two, and I'm talking about Standard Wrestling Guy and Adam Roberts, how do you think they'll coexist as a tag team? 2 count. Not able to do it. How do you think they'll coexist as a tag team? You know, it was just last week. These two were in the match against each other and were beating the crap out of each other all over the ring.
Well, I'll tell you what, Jason, I was talking to some of the guys backstage. I was talking with Mike and Christian, and they want to show their skills as tag team. They told me that they've been tagging around the area a little bit. They want to come in and show how tag team wrestling is done in the NWA. They issued a challenge to Adam Roberts if he could find a partner, and Adam decided that if he was going to find a partner, it was going to be someone he knew, and he begged and pleaded Standard Wrestling Guy to come and tag with him despite their differences. And you can see right now, they're working relatively well despite their differences, despite the fact that they laid into each other last week.
Yeah, I didn't see these two working this well together, but they're actually acting like a tag team. You see Adam Roberts giving the orders and Wrestling Guy acting on him. Goes for the pin, but not able to do it, only gets 2 as he locks in that rear chin lock onto Mike Posey. You know, Mike Posey, some people might not know, a former referee for not only TNA Wrestling, but also WWE as well.
Well, a little bit of trivia here about Mike Posey. One of his first matches in ECW, he was refereeing a match against Marcus Corvon. Of course, we all know him better as Monty Brown. And then Cassidy Riley, who was also having a tryout match for ECW at the time. In that ring, there were 3, count them 3, TNA people in the WWE ring.
And we also know that Cassidy Riley also has a history with Nashville Wrestling in the Nashville area, with USA Championship Wrestling and NWA Main Event as well.
And of course, Monty Brown, a TNA mainstay for a long time, ECW mainstay, and Mike Posey now trying to gain anything he can over Adam Roberts. Adam dropping the leg. Only a 2 count, however, not enough wind taken out of Mike Posey. Posey now trying to make a tag, and Adam runs in to just knock Christian Hayme out of the equation. You can see him scrambling there to get to his partner, and Adam Roberts drags him over to the opposite corner. A Standard Wrestling guy now makes the tag, and we're going to see some double team action here.
Well, actually, Adam Roberts quick to get out of the ring. Very surprising there. And now we see Standard Wrestling guy going right to work on the ribs of Mike Posey. You know, Mike Posey looked very impressive in his first match here last week on television. Glad to have him back on the roster. Glad to have Christian Hayme back as well. And a hip toss now from Standard Wrestling guy, and dropping the elbow right across the chest of Mike Posey.
Well, now Wrestling guy one more time, dropping the elbow across the chest of Posey, making a little pose for the crowd, trying to appeal to his partner Adam Roberts. Pinfall attempt, only 2, however, as Posey able to kick out before the 3 count. Desperately needing to make a tag over to his partner Christian Hayme, a Standard Wrestling guy locks him in and dragging him back to a vertical base. Posey trying to fight his way back up here, trying to find anything he can, any leverage he can to get to Christian Hayme. A Standard Wrestling guy tries for the Irish Whip. Posey reversal. Wrestling guy telegraphed that move. Backslide pin attempt. He's going for the pinfall. 1, 2. Oh, he was able to kick out. Folks, we've got to take a quick commercial break. We'll be right back.